Farm-raised, wild-caught, free-range, organic. So many terms to describe the foods we eat every single day. Do you really know what they mean? And why are there so many ways your food might be raised before they actually reach your dinner table? Unfortunately, it's up to consumers to read these labels and interpret what they actually mean. Many times, consumers have no idea what they're buying because of how many labels are on each product. Many food labels lack the proper regulation for consumers to make an informed decision on the foods they're buying. In this speech, I'll explain the difference in common terms seen on egg, chicken, and salmon packaging every day, and why there's such a real need for change. Let's first discuss what the problem is with these food labels. The labels on egg cartons, chicken, and salmon packaging severely lack transparency. Eggs, for example, can be labeled with the terms farm fresh, all natural, cage-free, no hormones, no antibiotics, free range, vegetarian diet, omega-3, organic, and pasture-raised. That's a total of 10 different phrases that are used to get your attention, when most of these labels have little to no meaning at all. Let's talk about the infamous term all natural. This term actually doesn't mean much, since many chickens are raised in some of the most unnatural environments, with some being given the space about the size of an iPad to roam around. Many of the birds never see the outdoors. So let's talk about what cage-free really means. This term usually means that the chickens don't live in cages, yes, but instead they live in massive industrial barns with thousands of other birds in tight quarters. Free range is basically cage-free, plus some access to the outdoors. Again, this doesn't mean much since there's no guarantee that these birds will actually venture outside. People who are worried about their food choices commonly venture towards organic labels. This means that they must follow USDA regulations. They must be free range, with access to the outdoors, fed organic feed with no synthetic pesticides, and receive no hormones or antibiotics. These eggs can, however, still come from birds that live in crowded environments. Chickens are another ballgame, but have a similar lack of transparency when compared to egg carton labels. The term natural for chicken means no artificial ingredients or colors can be used and the product is minimally processed. According to the USDA, minimally processed means that the overall product was not fundamentally altered. Last but not least, let's talk about salmon. Salmon, when wild caught, is a pretty healthy fish option, with minimal calories and saturated fat present. On the other hand, according to the Cleveland Clinic, farmed salmon can have up to 130 calories more and twice the fat content than its wild-caught counterpart. Pollutants can also be found at levels up to 5 to 10 times higher in farmed fish than in wild fish. It's also not totally clear whether antibiotics are used and how much in farm-raised fish. This can actually lead to antibiotic-resistant diseases in humans over time. Why should there be so many loopholes in what we're buying to take home and eat? We can do so much better as a country. For a temporary solution, we can start by educating consumers about what labels are best to look for when grocery shopping. For eggs, chicken, and other meats, look for the labels American Humane Certified, Animal Welfare Approved, and Certified Humane. These labels, created by 3 nonprofit organizations, set their own specific standards needed to win these certifications. These private certification groups can actually be more stringent with their standards than the federal organic requirements. Another way to buy your meat is locally from farms. This is a great way to see with your own eyes how your eggs, meat, or poultry are being raised. For salmon and other fish, stick with buying wild caught, or better yet, go fishing and catch it yourself if you can. Educating consumers is just a bandage for this large of an issue. What can we do to have lasting effects? Through nonprofit organizations, educated consumers, and grocery stores. We must lobby to our government for change. Without any realistic and transparent laws passed regulating the use of labels on our food, we'll never see a change in this area. Thank you.